everyone! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 1 of my top 16 of 2016. So this is going to be my top 16 makeup products for 2016, and then in a couple of days, 2 days-ish, I will post my top 16 hair care and skincare products of 2016. So I know a lot of people are doing like yearly favorites or favorites of 2016, but if I did that, we would be here for hours because I have so many favorites. I do monthly favorites videos. If you guys haven't seen those before, I have a playlist, so I will link it down below for you guys. But 2016 gave us so many awesome makeup products, and I could talk for hours and hours, so I minimized it to just the top 16 products. Some of these are brand new products that just launched in 2016, and some of them are products that I just discovered in 2016, but they're not like new products, you know what I mean? Either way, they were the standout products for 2016, and yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and just show you what's in the box. I feel like 2016 was like the year of eyeshadow palettes. There were so many palettes that came out this year, and there were so many that were awesome, and there were some that were not so awesome. I loved the Laura Lee palette, I loved the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced, but these two are the ones that really stood out to me. So the first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This went out of stock everywhere for like months and months, and everyone was freaking out, and now you can find it anywhere. But this came out, I think, in the summer of 2016, and the colors in this palette are just outstanding. I feel like they're favorites for lots of different eye colors and skin tones, and on top of that they have the amazing formula that all Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows have. It's super creamy, super blendable. I have used it to death, and then I kind of stopped using it when it was out of stock because I didn't want to like promote a product to you guys that you couldn't even get your hands on, and now that it's back in stock, I'm using it again, and I'm like, oh my god, I love this product so much. So a lot of the colors are really good. You got mattes, you got shimmers. The only thing that's missing from this palette is like a super intense, like metallic-y titanium color, but if you really want that, throw on some glitter, really. And then the second eyeshadow palette, this came out, I think, fall of 2016. This is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I feel like this is like a staple for anybody who needs a good matte palette. You got your cool tones, you got your warm tones, you got a black, you got like a kind of like satiny highlight color. That's the only one that's satin, by the way. The rest of them are all matte. And I feel like this is just like a staple for anybody's collection. If you're just getting started and you have all these really fun shimmery colors and you're like, I need some matte colors, get this palette. On top of it, it has like an awesome mirror. It comes with it, and actually looks like it's a decent brush. I haven't tried the brush yet, to be honest, but it looks like a decent brush. And then it has that amazing Urban Decay formula. They're super creamy, they're super blendable. I've gotten tons of different eye looks out of this. One of my favorite eye looks I've ever created, I use this palette. I'm gonna link it down below for you so you can check it out. I gave one of these away in my 20K giveaway, and I just feel like it is an awesome palette. They did a really good job at getting a wide variety of colors, and I'm so glad they made this palette. I also feel like 2016 was the year of highlighters. I feel like there was just so many highlighters and it was a little bit overwhelming. I have 3 highlighters that I feel like I used most frequently in 2016. Aside from, I still love Becca Moonstone. I think Becca Moonstone is always gonna be like my favorite, but these are new ones that I discovered this year. So the first one is the Tarte Exposed highlighter. This is one that's a little bit more subtle, a little bit more understated, but I feel like it's very buildable, and it's really good for somebody who's just trying to start getting into highlighters and you don't want something that's like overwhelmingly like pow in your face, you know what I mean? So it has that clay, that Amazonian clay consistency that the Tarte blushes have, but it's in a highlighter form. So it's buildable, and you can build it to be like a very intense highlight, but it starts out very subtle, and I personally really like that. On top of that, it's very travel friendly. It's in the really cute like little packaging that Tarte always has, and you can tell just by looking at the pan, I've used it a ton. If you want something that is going to blind everybody and will make you be seen from outer space, these are amazing. So this is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Cocoa Bling. I picked this up at Fame Expo in June, and I want to say Angel launched these early 2016. I could be wrong though. I have two colors in this. I have this one and some other one. I forget what it's called. This one's my favorite, obviously. So this is a loose highlighter powder, which I had never like seen a loose highlighter powder before, but it has like a little sifter in it. And what I like most about this is it's just so pow, like so in your face. I'm wearing a different highlighter today, but I'm gonna put some on so you can just see how I can take like a normal highlight to you see that? I went from like, okay, she's wearing highlighter to holy moly, she's wearing highlighter. You see that? So I just really like it. If you're looking for something intense, if you're somebody who films videos or just really likes to glam up every day, I feel like these are pretty. It comes in a ton of different colors. I will say it doesn't last as long as like a pressed powder highlight, even with like a Fix Plus or a setting spray, but it's really, I mean, look at that. It speaks for itself. And then if you're looking for something that's kind of like a happy median between those two, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits are amazing. This one is my favorite. This is in the Gleam formula. I don't know if they make this particular color scheme anymore, but all of the Glow Kits are amazing. They come with 4 different colors. This one, I really liked Crushed Pearl. I feel like these are super pigmented, super blendable. You can build them up, but they still give you like a good highlighter without having to sit there. Like the Tarte one, you really have to build it up if you want pow highlight. This one, it's like right away, right off the bat, you get a pretty good highlight. And then if you want to really build it up, you can really build it up. Does that make sense? So I love the fact that you get 4 different colors. It works for tons of different skin tones. They're just really like creamy, so they kind of like melt into your skin. And I don't know what I was missing out. I don't think these came out in 2016. I think these came out in 2015 or 2014. And I was like, those don't look exciting to me. And then I tried it and I was like, what? Well, I was missing out. I was missing out. So blush is probably my favorite article of makeup. You know what I mean. Blush is my favorite. If I had to pick one thing of makeup that I could wear, it would be blush, because I just love it. I feel like it really defines your face and it just brings life to your face, and I love it. So I, needless to say, try tons of blushes. I narrowed it down to 2, although I could have showed you like 18, but I'm gonna show you 2. So the first blushes I discovered very early on in the year, and I fell in love and I bought 4 different colors. These are the Lorac blushes. They're the Lorac buildable blushes, and I have the color Aura, the color Prism, the color Tingy, and the color Cinematic. My 2 favorites are Aura and Cinematic, and when I first discovered these, I think they were like an Ulta exclusive product. I wasn't impressed. I swatched them and I was like, I don't really like those. And then I went back, but something like drew me into going back and continuing to swatch them and continuing to try them. And eventually I was like, I want to just buy one and try it. And then when you put your brush in it and you put it on your face, it's just, I just love them, you guys. I feel like they are they're not powdery. They're almost like a creamy consistency. They are uber pigmented. So here's Aura, which is my favorite one. They come in a really wide variety of colors. So here's what that looks like. I mean, you can see it even without me zooming in and showing you up close. It's beautiful, you guys. And you can kind of buff it out, sheer it out a little bit, or you can build it up and wear it very heavy. Whatever your heart desires. See how I can like buff it out like that? And I think that these are one of a kind. I feel like people don't talk about them enough. They're very like underrated, and more people need to discover these because there's something about them. Like if you're a fan of Lorac eyeshadows, I feel like you would really like their blushes. The second standout blush line to me is the Marc Jacobs blushes. So these came out, I think, later in the year, and immediately I was like, I need to try those. And then I looked at the price tag and I was like, maybe I don't need to try those. And then eventually I just bit the bullet and I picked one up, and I love it, you guys. I love it so much. They remind me so much of the Hourglass blushes, which you guys already know are like my favorite blushes. So they have like a matte color and then like a almost like incandescent, like slightly satiny color. And you can tell there's like different lines in there, and you can wear them separately or you can blend them together, and you just get a very beautiful, like almost lit from within look, just like the Hourglass blushes give. But I feel like they're a tiny bit more luxurious than the Hourglass blushes, and I also feel like you get more product for the price than the Hourglass blushes. But I really like it. This one is in the color Flesh and Fantasy, and I liked this one so much that I went and bought a different one. Let's talk about concealers really quickly here. So first off, you already know because it's in everybody's favorites, but the Tarte Shape Tape really is a standout product, and it's one of those products where people talk about it so much that it's very easy to think it's overhyped. People are just talking about it. They're getting paid to talk about it, whatever, but I promise you I'm not being paid. These were not given to me. I bought these with my own money, and I love this concealer, you guys. I'm wearing it today. I have two colors. I have the color Light and the color Fair. I feel like the color Fair has like a grayish undertone to it, so I don't like this one as much, but the color Light I wear all the time. Anytime I'm doing a full face of makeup, I will use this. I think what's unique about it is the wand is humongous, so you can use it as an under eye concealer, or you can use it to shape your face, hence the name Shape Tape. Get it? So you can like contour with it, and it's really full coverage. It doesn't crease on me. It blends really easily. It lasts all day, and it's relatively inexpensive for being able to do all of that stuff. The second concealer isn't really a concealer, it's a corrector. So it's the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid. This is the pink one. Urban Decay, I think around the springtime, came out with like all of the color correcting. You know, everyone was talking about the blue stuff and the green stuff and the purple stuff and pink stuff, like the color correcting products. And this came out when all that hype was going around. So I really like this one. It has the same formula and consistency as the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealers, like just actual concealers, which you guys already know I love. But this one is pink, so you can use it alone as like a brightener, or I like to mix it with my concealer to kind of change the color of it, make it a little bit more cool toned. Either way, I think it's really, really great. I really wish Urban Decay would make their concealers in a wider variety of colors. Like I always say that, but in the meantime, I feel like this works if I like mix it with this. There's one primer that stood out to me this year, and this is in a box because it's a recently repurchased product, but I went through an entire tube, or is it 2 tubes? I think 2 tubes of this primer this year. So this is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the smoothing formula. This I like better than Professional, you guys, which I thought I would never ever say, but I do. I like it better than Professional. So it has the same like effect as the Professional, where it kind of fills in your pores, smooths out your skin, gives you a nice base for your foundation, but it doesn't have that like overwhelming floral scent that the Benefit one has, and I feel like it just works a little bit better in my opinion. So definitely a great product if you're looking for a pore filling primer. I feel like I tried tons of foundation this year, like tons of foundation, and surprisingly the one that I liked the most isn't really even a foundation. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector. This is supposed to be like an all-in-one, almost like a BB cream or a CC cream, but I like to use it as a foundation, and it works really well as a foundation. So I included this in tons of videos this year. I use the color Light. I will say a downside is the color selection is not very good. So if you have a very abnormal color to your skin, like if you have a hard time finding foundations, you might have to buy more, like 2 of these to mix them together. But other than that, I feel like this product is amazing. So it comes in like this little squeezy tube with a pump, And although it doesn't claim to be a matte foundation, this leaves me more matte throughout the day than any other foundation that I have tried this year. Can you even believe that? Like, that's amazing to me. I feel like it leaves my skin more matte than the All Nighter foundation by Urban Decay. And I don't know if it's because like of the skincare components in this, maybe that like reacts with matte, I don't know what it is, but it's amazing. And then on top of that, it has like a really high level of SPF, I was gonna say concealer. SPF, it has SPF 20 in it, so it's good to wear when you're out in the sun. And I love it. This is the third tube of this I've gone through. Since we're talking about skin and facial products, I'm going to talk to you guys about the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is a product that's not new. It came out years ago, but I didn't actually try it until 2016. So this I really like to use as a baking powder. So I would kind of pack it under my eyes. Everybody talks about baking. I did a video on baking if you don't know what it is. I'll link it down below so you can check it out. But I just feel like it works really, really well. And what I like most about it is the fact that it's not like a white color. I think a lot of translucent powders are white. So therefore, when you, even though you brush it away or blend it into your skin, I still feel like it can leave that white cast behind and give you like a flashback effect. This doesn't do that. It has like a tan tint to it, and it's really finely milled and really like kind of creamy, and it just like, it does a really good job at baking my under eyes. I also can use it to like carve out my contour if I wanted to, or carve out like my eyeshadow if I mess up a little bit. And I like the fact that it's in a big tin like this. It's not as messy as other loose powders, and I get the hype now. I love it. Last facial product to talk to you guys about is setting sprays. So this year is the first year that I really got into setting sprays. I've always like kind of used setting sprays. I would use it to like spray on my makeup brush to apply eyeshadows and stuff, but I never fully bought into the fact that a setting spray would work like it claims to, you know what I mean? And then I started trying setting sprays and I was like, this stuff is amazing. So I've gone through tons of setting sprays this year, and unfortunately I don't have like all those bottles to show you. They're in my empties videos if you watch those, but this one is probably my favorite of all. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. So if you don't know what a setting spray is, it's basically like hairspray for your face. So you spray it when you're all done with your makeup, and not only does it make your makeup last longer, but I feel like it kind of like melts everything in together and makes your makeup look less powdery, less cakey, more natural, and it kind of like blends it all together. It's like the final step to your makeup, and it really does work wonders, you guys. So I highly recommend trying a setting spray if you haven't yet. For eyebrows, there's only one product that really stood out to me this year, and it's probably the only product I have used on my eyebrows. Yeah. Well, that's not true. It's my favorite. I've used it more than anything else, we'll say that. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. This eyebrow pencil is like a triangular shape, so you can use it to do like a fine brush of hair, or you can use it to fill in your entire brow. And it has the same like texture as the Brow Wiz, but there's more product. And it's kind of like if the Hourglass Arch Eyebrow Pencil and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz had a baby. This would be the baby, and I love it so much. Ugh, I wish they would have came out with one a long time ago. So I use the color Taupe. I probably could go a little bit darker now that I have darker roots, but if you haven't tried this, you need to try it. Okay, 2 more products and then we're done, and that's my top 16. So the next one is lip gloss or lip products. We can kind of put this all under one umbrella. So for lip products, I always go through tons of lip products because they're my favorite. But the one lip product that I felt like I should include in this video that deserved a mention is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses. So I have tons of them. I have the little mini ones that have come in kits. I have the full-size ones right here, but the entire line of these lip glosses is absolutely amazing. They have a great formula. They're creamy. They're not sticky at all. I'm wearing the color Kristen today. They're really, really pigmented for a lip. Smell absolutely amazing. Oh, they have a really strong, like, deep vanilla, like rich vanilla buttercream scent to them. And they're amazing. They come in so many different colors. And if you're looking for a good pigmented, creamy, not sticky lip gloss, definitely check these out. Last but certainly not least is eyeliner. I'm still obsessed with the Ardency In Modster eyeliner. I still go through it. In fact, I just bought a new one. But as far as like new eyeliners that I've tried this year, I really liked the Makeup Forever Aqua XL eyeliners. These came out, I want to say they came out middle of the year. I could be wrong. But these are like a waterproof, smudge-proof, budge-proof eyeliner, and I do really like them. I don't think I like them more than the Ardency In eyeliner, but the good thing about the Makeup Forever ones is they come in a bunch of different finishes. So they have some that are matte finish, some that are a diamond finish, some that are iridescent finish. They kind of follow the same process as their eyeshadows that they came out with, so they just like follow the same trend, but I like matte eyeliner for the most part, so my favorite one that I've used the most is M80, which is a dark purple color. This looks really good when I'm doing a purple eye, and they're so creamy and they're very, very blendable, so I like that. I also have the black one in M8. It's a really nice black pencil. It's like a deep, rich matte black. I think they have a glossy or a diamond black also in the line. And then the color M60, which is a deep, dark, like rich brown. It's almost like a burgundy brown. It's really, really pretty. So these were a standout eyeliner product for me. I have them in a few other colors, but these are my favorites. And if you're looking for a good pencil color, or a good pencil eyeliner with a wide color range, why was that so hard for me to say? These are really, really good. Alright guys, well that will probably be the longest favorites video of all time, but it's my yearly favorites, so it's worth talking about the products a little bit more. So yeah, those are the products that were standout, top for me in 2016. I'm sorry this video is a little bit later. I just kind of got sick at the beginning of the year and I'm a little bit behind and stuff, so that's okay. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, let me know down below. Stay tuned for my top skincare, hair care favorites. I'm gonna film that right now. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time.